Hello all my wonderful subscribers and viewers and everyone who likes my videos down below. I'm taking another road trip tomorrow morning. It's not a very long one. It's about 4.5 hour drive depending on traffic and charging. I am going to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Bringing a Tesla down to Amish country. Let's see, I just put in the destination and it quickly found my route for me. My destination is actually, my destination is actually a supercharger itself. Because I'm going down, first thing I'm going to do when I get to Lancaster is go to the supercharger. Interesting that it's putting the end of the route right here, where clearly the supercharger is here. I wonder if I add that as a stop, and it's the same thing. Yeah, it didn't even change my trip. So I wonder how navigation, I might do some full self-driving, but how navigation will handle that, where it should be going to the superchargers here, not ending here. But anyway, I'm going to be parking there and going across the street to Chayas Arepa Kitchen. Very excited for that. It's going to be a delicious lunch. As you can see, they have amazing reviews. So I hope it's as good as the reviews. I'm sure it will be. So the car will be charging up while we're there, eating, and then we have a few days in Lancaster. The car automatically put in my first charging stop, which is in Clinton, New Jersey. It's right off the highway, immediately off the highway. A little bit to get back onto the highway, but that shouldn't be a problem at all. So that'll be a nice, easy charging stop. Let's see what it's saying for my trip. It's saying that I should charge for 10 minutes. So the whole trip is about 4.5 hours, including a 10-minute charge stop. I'll be leaving pretty early in the morning, not super early like other trips, like 6:30 a.m. to get down there for lunch. And like I said, I might be doing some full self-driving. I actually don't have an active subscription now. In the morning, I think I'll subscribe for the month. My wife doesn't really like full self-driving. Gets her car sick. So if I use it, it has to be in moderation and it has to behave very, very well. We'll see how it goes. Alright, just started out on the trip a few minutes ago. Had to stop at Dunkin' for some coffee for the wife. And getting 217 watt hours per mile. Been sitting here for a minute with the heat on, so it's used a little bit more. But should get there with 23% at 9:12 this morning. I'll see if I could improve both those numbers. Lower the percentage and lower the time. I did order full self-driving this morning for the month, so I'll see how much I could actually use. The Tesla navigation thinks it's exit 26W for the Cuomo Bridge, but really, it's exit 15B. Tesla needs to use Google Maps instead of Open Maps for their data. Well, electric cars beat out the bladder once again. Had to stop at a Stop and Shop. Luckily it's immediately off of 287 and then immediately right back on. Most conveniently placed Stop and Shop ever. But we're not getting good efficiency for this drive. 261 watt hours per mile. It's been preconditioning for quite a while. Not sure why, but probably after this supercharger it'll be much more efficient. I've also been going pretty fast. I was able to do some very little amount of full self-driving while I was having a snack, and it worked fine for that 10 minutes. We're stopping at the Clinton Station Diner in about a mile for only supercharger stop of the trip. We're on full self-driving 12.6.4 and chill because we're exiting soon anyway. It could have gotten into the exit lane sooner, and if it's going to come in hot, I'm going to have to slow it down, but it's doing a great job slowing down appropriately. And we're taking this immediate right. This is a great location for a supercharger. It's immediately off the highway. I imagine it's going to stop way too long at this stop sign. It stopped very hard for it. Made no sense. It knew it was there the whole time. And here we are at the Clinton Station Diner. The superchargers, yeah, you can't really get much better of a spot off the highway. It is a little bit more to get back on. It should just back me right into a supercharger, but since I'm a hardware 3 car, nope, I'm gonna have to disengage. I'll use auto park to park there. I don't know why full self-driving can't park in the supercharger spot when you navigate to a supercharger, but auto park can. All the spots but one were available. Oh, now why did a completely open parking spot? It had to adjust. It usually does a great job, but that was silly to have to adjust when it's wide open all around. And it's nice that there are some flowering trees here in early April. There aren't any at home. And grab the handle. I guess the button on the, oh no, it is working. And we're charging. Just like that. Looks like we could have gotten even closer to the bathrooms with the stops there, but nice spot. Can't get closer to the highway than that. So got here at 10% and getting 170 kilowatts. That's about the max there. So not great efficiency. We were going with the flow of traffic, which is a little fast, but everyone was going that speed. The supercharger is a little expensive at 39 cents per kilowatt hour. We're about done charging, probably one more minute until we're going to continue our trip. I think so we'll get to the next charger at our lunch spot at 5% state of charge. It would have been about $9.60 for this charge, except thanks to people like you buying Teslas with my referral link, I have free supercharging for this trip. And there's a nice Model X pulling in and a EV6 charging. Let's see how full self-driving handles this rotary. It shouldn't be a problem. There's a car coming. Well, they went the other way, so we're good. We are in our proper lane to go straight. Didn't take it as smoothly as perhaps it should have, but it did completely properly follow the lines. Alright, we have another rotary. It's clear, it's wide open for us, so we took it, and nice and easy, straight through. Nope, it had no idea what to do in this rotary, apparently. It turned on its right blinker. There's a Mustang over there that was flying by us at like 100 miles an hour. The cops got him. But it did not handle that rotary as well as the other one. For some reason at the end it turned on its right blinker and froze. Made it to our lunch spot with a higher percentage battery than we thought we would. Much better efficiency on that leg. It's going to be a deep charge here because we're walking across the street to lunch. The Hempstead Road location supercharger in Lancaster, Pennsylvania actually has washer fluid, squeegees, garbage cans, access to Costco, a bank, a Sheetz. So when you're at a high usage supercharger, the car will automatically set the charge limit to 80%, and you get a text message from Tesla or a push notification, and you can bump it up to 100% if you need to. And we did need to, since lunch was a little walk away. The price right now is 49 cents a kilowatt hour. That's super expensive. It sure gets cheap in the morning. I'm at our AirBNB and we're parked under a carport. It's a pretty tight spot, but it's a nice spot here, and it's a tight alleyway. So I wonder how full self-driving will be able to get out of here. Carport, on my way to Whole Foods. I'm gonna put it into drive and hopefully the steering wheel icon will show up. Usually, I don't know why. Is attention monitoring not active? I think maybe if I press the gas a little bit, it won't even turn on full self-driving. This is weird. Maybe because it sees my camera, actually. So there we go. So that's an epic fail. For some reason. So this narrow road, yep. And it's tight on a corner, but it made it with ease. Oh, there's another Tesla staying near us. Seeing how full self-driving handles covered bridges here near Lancaster and around Luditz, Pennsylvania. The first covered bridge, the historic Erbs Mill covered bridge, is coming up. Though it doesn't, I'm not sure if it'll actually drive over it. One lane bridge ahead. I am ready to hit the brakes. Oh, the car hit the brakes harder than I would have. I don't see anyone coming from the other side. 4 tons, I think we're good. It turned on the wipers as soon as it hit the bridge. It should have been a little bit more cautious. Now I think I have to edit the trip to remove that stop for it to continue on. And some gas. Okay, now it knows to go to the next location, which is another covered bridge. Just a couple minutes later, we're approaching the Zooks Mill covered bridge. Should be going pretty slow around this turn here. And there we are, 25. And I'm gonna hit the brakes. I'm stopping here because you cannot see that no one's on the bridge. And now that no one is coming, I just re-engaged and it
what if somebody starts coming?
The navigation knows that it should be going to the bridge. It really didn't want to go through the bridge once I started it back up, but it definitely had to stop before coming to the bridge because you couldn't see who was in the bridge. So I had to disengage. That's a critical disengagement. And it's good to drive slowly in this area because you don't know if there's a horse and buggy or somebody with a kid on a bike. That doesn't look super safe. Now we're headed towards the Pinetown Amish covered bridge. The speed limit is 25. The car was trying to go a little bit over that. I set the speed down to 23 just to make it go extra slowly. Alright, good cautious turn there. And is this the... This is not the covered bridge yet. This is some other bridge. Here we go. So it's a one-lane bridge. Alright, so this time it did wait more cautiously. And did a... Oh, nope. It stopped and hit the wipers at the entrance to the bridge.
Go, because somebody could be coming.
I'm pressing the accelerator, and now it is... I just tapped the accelerator. It just braked hard at the bridge, and yes, wipers must go on immediately. Exiting the bridge. It seemed like it was going to be the best at that bridge.
Apparently we're going in a big circle.
But it was not good at all. Alright, it's doing a good job at this stop sign. We're approaching the historic Huckenseckers covered bridge now. Just driving between people's farms. And I'm going to slow it down because it's, again, 25, but it tried to go super hard. So I slowed it down to 18 as the maximum. It still seems a little fast around that turn. So yeah. Usually on a speed limit 25, it's fine to go 25, but around here it seems like 25 is a bit too fast. Well, we did encounter a buggy on this trip, but there are no horses attached to it. Taking a 90-degree turn to the left. Not too bad of a speed for that. I do want to see, if we do encounter a horse and carriage, what the display will show. Horses.
Donkeys.
Oh.
Cows. I don't know.
Donkey. Looks like a small horse.
Might have been a small horse.
Oh, now we have a person on the side of the road on a bike. A scooter. Now,
A scooter.
start giving it a buffer. Bigger. Alright. That was decent how it went around the person.
Laundry.
It's laundry day with a buggy. Speed limit's 35 now, so the max speed has automatically changed to 48. I'm going to lower that down to 32, 29. I'm going to lower it down to 29 in this 35. There's a stop sign, and we should be going over the next bridge in a second. It's nice springtime weather here. So now the speed limit, there's no way it's 30 through here, so I'm going to lower it down to 19 as my max speed.
Should they exit the...
Yes. Well, don't, yeah. Pretty flowers. So now we're going at a good speed to this bridge, but only because it thinks it's speed limit 30. I lowered it down a lot. You can't tell if someone's coming, but no one is coming. So it stopped too late. It should have stopped earlier to see if anyone was coming.
Ooh, this one's green.
It entered the bridge fine though this time.
No wipers.
That's key. And exiting the bridge with a blinker, a left turn blinker to exit a covered bridge. And that concludes our bridge tour. So I was able to charge on level 1 overnight. Have my mobile connector, mobile charger, passing it through this fence right to the car. Let's see what kind of charge we got. I did a lot of driving around the city the past couple of days. So nicely goes right to the charge port. Undoing that for now. Let me see what state of charge we're at. Whoa, got to 98%. It's really nice driving around the city. Well, the current driving sense charge are 0 right now, but I have been getting about 5 miles per kilowatt hour. So it's nicely efficient driving around here. So level 1 charging is perfect. I just wanted to back the car up a tiny bit to get the charger in the front more easily. So I open the front. It's not really open, it's just unlatched. If you go into drive with the front open, it says the front trunk is unlatched, but you could ignore it and continue to drive. And then the whole time you're driving, it's beeping that the front is open. It's interesting that you are able to ignore that. I'm at the Tanger Outlet Mall in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and they have complimentary charging for electric vehicles. They have one here, and this looks like a Volta, and Volta is now Shell Recharge, and then 2 over here. So they have 4. They all seem to be working. Maybe this one is out of order. Oh no, they're all working. All 4 are working order. This Volta one is huge, and it's charging my car for free while my wife shops. I like Delaware's outlet malls had the same machines. I guess this says it's a Shell Recharge, but it had the same hardware there, and I love how it shows 2 decimal places of the charge speed. It doesn't just say 7 kilowatts or something. It says 6.56. It shows exactly what it's delivered, not necessarily what the car has put into the battery. Obviously, there are some losses. That's a great system here. Way to the Matamoras supercharger. I am having it navigate to Jake's Wayback Burgers because I didn't want it to precondition the battery. We are getting it at 41%, and it just said 7-minute charge is all we need, but we're stopping for lunch, so it's fine to not precondition if you don't want a fast charge. Leaving Lancaster, stopped for a few seconds at the very cold Delaware water gap, and so we've had amazing efficiency on this drive. The drive from the water gap has been along a river, along the Delaware River. Pretty slow, easy drive. Gets you amazing efficiency. I guess I go into...
That went way further than I thought it would. That was silly.
Yeah, there was no, like,
Indication
on the map that there was, like, where the map said to go, there was no road.
Yeah.
So we should have gone into Wendy's.
Guess so.
But that wasn't where the map said to go. There are the chargers. There are 2 people here. We're going over there, so let's park over here. Oh, it's a version 2. I'll have it auto park because it's so fast at it and so jerky. This pretty empty charger. Wow, that's not great auto park there. Quick handshake. Charging. There are garbage cans and a Wendy's, movie theater, Lowe's, and a Popeyes that we're going to go to. It's getting slow charging because I didn't precondition on purpose. It will ramp up once the preconditioning happens, but it's 1 hour to the charge limit. But if I navigate to let's go to a park in Newington. It says that we need 13 minutes to continue the trip. We're only at negative 3% arrival. We'll charge up a bit here. Got up to 97%. Now it thinks we'll get home at 51% in 2 hours and 4 minutes. We'll see if we do any better than that. We had a great time in Lancaster. We went to so many different breweries, creameries, and restaurants. They have so many different cultures of restaurants. We've had such a great time. Maybe we'll go back again sometime. You should check it out. We got to try some food we never had before, like Bhutanese food, which was absolutely delicious. For the trip, we didn't have any traffic either way, going there, coming back. Driving around Lancaster, downtown area, of course, is pretty trafficy every day, but nothing that was too annoying at all. I didn't get to use a whole lot of full self-driving, but I was able to have a snack while driving, and it worked well. Driving around Lancaster and the greater Lancaster area, the efficiency of the Model 3 was amazing, better than 5 miles per kilowatt hour. And even on the drive back, we did better than 5 miles per kilowatt hour on the first part of the drive. And then the second part after we charged was pure highway, going pretty fast. And I got 4.5 miles per kilowatt hour. So I'm very happy with that. I'll put all the stats on the screen. I probably already have put all the stats on the screen for the trip. So hopefully you liked my video and will subscribe to see more. I'll have a trip coming up soon out to Cape Cod. Catch you next time. Bye.